as a marketplace model is still not yet famous as much as Uber is famous for cabs, or Just Eat or Swiggy is famous for food. So recruitment agency marketplace is still yet to be a successful model, but we are in the journey of making it successful, if I have to be honest. But we are trying our best, and currently we are looking at increasing our sales team. So we go to the market. Of course, the market is not the right time, but we are trying to get to market to see which company is hiring and who can hire through a recruitment agency. And we are trying to increase that sales team, both in the UK and in India. But soon, I think we will be having some international sales partnership in the US, speaking to someone in even Ukraine, Singapore, Malaysia, and Australia. So soon, when we have an announcement, we'll also send you an email for you to know that, yeah, there may be more jobs coming from this countries. Let me check if there are more participants waiting. Yeah, so let me keep adding. So meanwhile, let me log into one of my demo accounts. So we use a demo account to test. We don't upload any CVs. So just to be sure, at Recruiting Hub, what we don't do is speak to a candidate, upload the candidate for a job posted by a company, which is what we don't do. We are strictly against working on positions. There are a few marketplaces who also have the recruitment team, also make the recruitment agencies work, but we don't. We strictly don't work on any positions. But the demo account is more focused towards adding dummy profiles to see the testing and all that. So let me log into one of the account and show you around the platform. First thing first, let me right. Further users will automatically add. Okay, so as soon as you log into your agency account, you land up in this dashboard. At the top right corner, most of your agencies, I have not seen your set up your agency profile, which is very, very important for a company to approve you, because we are trying to move towards automation. So we are trying to reduce manpower between a company and an agency at Recruiting Hub and move towards goal of more automation in the system. So therefore, currently we have removed the account managers. So there is no gap in communications. We are trying to automate messaging systems. We are trying to make it as efficient as LinkedIn is. So you're able to send messages directly to the company, and companies will also get a notification. So we're trying and making this messaging system work for both the companies and agencies by sending an alerts. For example, if somebody messages you on LinkedIn, you get an email alert. Similarly, we are also, when you send a message to a company, an email alert goes to the registered email ID of the company. So at least the message is passed. If they come back and respond, it's all up to them, but we can't take accountability for reply. But we as a team are moving towards to make companies respond to you as much as possible. But we don't have the account managers to pick up the phone, and for every message you send, we don't chase them up. But we do monitor the account on regular basis to ensure that you have a response from them. And one of the main reason why we automated and made sure that the alerts are sent for every action taken on the account. So as soon as you log into your dashboard, top right corner, there is an agency profile. So this is where you set up your company profile, agency profile. So to do so, you will have to click edit profile and add your specialization sector. This is the most important criteria for your agency. So if you're a recruitment agency specializing in automobile, IT, finance, banking, oil and gas, choose the best, choose the matching specialization sector. So what happens is, any company from within this sector who are willing to post a job on our platform, if your agency matches that sector, you will be sent out a automated notification email. So most of you, I think, would have received some job alerts as and when there is a new job posted by a company. Our AI mechanism will match the sector depending on what you have chosen here. So it is very important you as an agency choose the best sectors that you specialize in. So address, city, postcode, you call it PIN code in India, phone number, website, your agency website, your agency profile, attaching your agency profile, save changes. This is a one-time process. Once you have done it, that means that every time you request for an engagement with a company, it is sent out by default with this information. So if you have added as many information as possible about your agency, it is better for you for the company to approve, because we are no longer calling the company to approve your agency. It's all automated. So having more information about your agency here is very, very essential. At the same time, like how you have a company profile on LinkedIn, we give you a dedicated URL for your agency profile, which can be found using this button. Let me have a look if there are any pending. Yeah, no, it's fine. So you can click on this button and it'll take you to another page where you have a dedicated URL for your agency. So this means that if you are an agency, there are agencies who do not have website. You can use this as your website link to promote yourself, because this talks about what you have added as your agency profile, the sectors that you specialize in. Because we are a demo account, I selected also, we get notification for every job posted on our platform, and also the employer that is giving you a review will be published here. So this indirectly can help you promote your agency profile in the market. If you don't have a dedicated website, you can use this also to show who you are and what your services are. And you have your country, location, website, phone number, and click on new view jobs. I'll talk you through about this a little later. Let's focus first on the business side. We also help you get candidates via the platform. So we give you both. And I'll come to the candidate section a little later once we've covered the business side of it. Make use of this URL and try to promote your agencies in the market. It's an option given to you. It's up to you to use this URL or not, but there is an option. We are also in the near future looking to give a badge to our most performing agencies, and we at the moment have two badges depending on some color combinations, but we will announce when we are ready. So you can publish this badge on your website. So anybody clicking on that badge will take them through to the career page. For example, if there are career page products from Naukri.com, you can buy your career page product from any applicant tracking software companies. But just to show the jobs that you're currently working on. Instead, we have a job site where you can publish your jobs and download our badge, put it on your website and create a link for it. Once you create, the link is very simple. This is the link. Once anybody clicks on that link, will take them to the page here, and that will display the jobs that you're currently working on. So it's a showcase page for the jobs that your agency is currently working, so you can attract a lot of candidates who can apply to those jobs. Coming back to the business side of it, on the dashboard, you get to see various options like recent jobs posted by companies, candidates that you have uploaded for engaged jobs, where you have already requested for an engagement and candidates, the companies have approved it. This is that section that'll give you a gist of it. Then the engaged jobs are displayed here. These are all the few information, but you can always navigate to your left-hand side panel to briefly look at all the options available for you and messages you have sent or you have received. Let me first complete this top right corner section. Agency profile I just covered. So fill your agency profile, talk as much as possible about your agency. The company will have a fair understanding before they approve you, number one. Number two, you have your account. So your account is unlike everybody here uses Facebook. We're all used to having an account with multiple platforms. So it works the same as that here. Your account means you can your email ID, which is logged, because to change email ID, you will have to contact our company. And that's the only thing that you can't do it yourself. Other than that, you can have your first name, last name updated, job title can be updated, your mobile number, your LinkedIn URL if you want to put it here. Talk about yourself, who you are as like you call it as a LinkedIn recruiter or Naukri recruiter. You can talk about your background, so the company will have great understanding about your background as well, you as an individual working for this agency. You can, if you want, you can upload your photo and save changes. So this is, and if you want to change your password, just click on it. What happens is email will be triggered automatically to the registered email ID. I'm going to show you how the email works. Yeah, so you get a code to your registered email ID and you put your new password and confirm password and put that code, and your password gets changed. So coming back, going back to this top right corner, you have manage users. This is the most important bit of it. Many agencies may have, there may be small agencies who are one person in the company, but there are also agencies which may have 5 recruiters, 10 recruiters, 20 recruiters, 100 recruiters. The advantage of having an account with Recruiting Hub is you can create unlimited users for free with no upfront cost. So you can add as many recruiters as possible. And the reason why you should add is you may be having a team of 5 recruiters in oil and gas, 5 recruiters in IT. So as you create users and they select the specialization sector, so each user will be triggered an email when there is a new job, and you manage as a super user the whole account. For example, if I've created 10 sub users, I can always have a control over the whole account. For example, if I go to candidates all, I'm able to see which user has uploaded what CV. All these are dummy profiles uploaded for some dummy jobs. So if you have 10 users, me as a super user will have a control over who's uploading what. And I can also filter by sub user and see what activities they are doing. So add as many users as possible so they can have an account simultaneously using the platform, and anybody engaging on a job gets removed from that agency account. For example, if there are 10 users from your agency and a Java developer is posted by a company, so let's say user 2 has requested for that job, what happens is that job will come off the record for other users within that agency. So there is no duplicate. The same person is not going to work on same job and waste their time. So if any one of the user has requested to work for that vacancy, that requirement comes off your account. So the other users will not be able to see it, and the super user and that particular user will be able to see that in the engage jobs. Can you see in the engage jobs, there is a user. So if user 2 has engaged, the super user will be able to see it in their account in engage jobs folder. And that sub user who has engaged on the job will be displayed here. The other users will not be able to see that job, but they'll be able to see the other jobs that are open and yet to be engaged by that agency. Does that make sense? Can I have an yes from any one of you? So I know you guys are listening.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks. So going back to the manage users, so I would encourage each one of you to have as many users as possible. And the reason why I say that is, it's not going to cost you anything. So there's no upfront cost for multiple users. At the same time, you're giving a leverage to the entire team to use the platform. Again, if I have to re-insist this, I'm not.
Hello. Sorry to interrupt, but can we record this session? Yes.
Yeah, I am recording it already. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so I was talking about having multiple users, and you're trying to give a fair opportunity to all the users within your agency to make, because every user has a target. I have worked in a recruitment company for 5 years. Prior to that, I worked in Naukri.com for 5 years. So I've been in the recruitment trade for 13 years now. So I understand how a recruitment agency works, and every recruiter that you hire have a target. So having multiple users will give them fair opportunity. At the same time, let me re-insist, I'm not saying we are the platform for you to make money. We are the only platform. So maybe I would say you can have your own clients, and we are another avenue for you to see if you can leverage on the jobs posted on our platform, because it's an additional option. It's an additional way of making money. And if you're successful here, then definitely you can have more focus here because you are making conversions. I recently found there are jobs that have posted last month has become successful now. Offer has been given and some candidates are joining tomorrow. So my congratulations to whoever has closed it. I know who they are, but I don't want to mention the name now. But there are conversions happening in the last few months, and we're also focusing more towards bringing more clients, and that's a never-ending thing. Our platform is all about bringing more clients, making sure we automate things, and agencies are supplying candidates, and you find success. But there has been some gaps in the past, but we have filled it, and we're trying to fill as much as we can as a platform to be successful for ourselves and also for our recruitment agencies, because without recruitment agencies, we are nothing. So you're going to be our partners. So manage users, please make the best use of it. And going back to manage notification, 99.99% of our agencies wouldn't turn any of the notifications off because it's business for you. So we have notifications like job alert notification. If I switch it on, any new job matching my agency profile will not get notified. So you can switch on or switch off notifications for job alerts, profile shortlist notification, candidate offer notification, candidate job application notification, and message notification. So naturally, all of the notifications are turned on by default. But if you want to turn it off for your privacy reasons, you can do so. So coming back to dashboard, it will only display 3 jobs that are posted very recently. Because it's a demo account, there are jobs that we have engaged, so you don't see much jobs here. But let me log into another account, so it'll show up more jobs. Okay, so this is another account. You'll be able to see more jobs here, because for demo purposes, to show data, we do some activities. So if you click on view all, it'll show up all the jobs posted by various companies. There are many people who called our landline and said there are jobs that are like 6 months old, 8 months old. How the software is designed is we display 6 months old jobs if it is open. If you further see jobs that are outdated, we would simply say ignore them. So we always wanted to keep the platform live and active. So we always go back to the customers who posted like before to make them close the job. So we try and push as much as possible to make them use the platform and keep the jobs active or closed as it stands. However, if you see any old jobs, we would say simply ignore them. Just go by job date and try to minimize questions, because we as a team will, I'll tell you how our team works. As soon as a new company is onboarded and put a job, so what we do is most of the time we monitor the account through our admin dashboard. So we have an admin platform where we have an access to every other data, starting from companies, their jobs, agencies, their candidates, how many agencies are working on what jobs. So we have complete access. What we do is any new job posted by a company, we will first review it by ourselves. Although we don't do it on our own, but we will look into it as soon as the job is posted. Like how you get a notification, we also get a notification. So what we do is jump back into our admin dashboard and look through the details. If there is any pending or information that we feel is not enough for an agency to start work, we will immediately contact them and add those information ourselves or ask them to update it. So therefore, if you see a job that with incomplete information, you can ask them questions, but my point is we will ask them before you ask, and try to maximum input whatever is required for you to start working on a position. So start and many a times I've seen many agencies ask the company, is it okay if an Indian candidate work in Australia, Singapore, UK, US? No. The best thing is companies use a platform to get local candidates. Unless they specify in the interview comments, don't even ask the question. If a job says they wanted someone in New Jersey, they want in New Jersey only. They don't want you to give a CV from Bangalore who will need a work permit, H1B or H1, to go and work in New Jersey. It takes time. So before you ask that question, see the job description and interview comments. If there is nothing specified, I would simply say find someone in New Jersey. Don't even ask the question, because that's the best way to approach a client. Otherwise, they would stop responding back to you if you ask such questions, because they clearly said the job location is New Jersey. If you're not able to get someone in New Jersey, that means they don't need you. Okay, so my advice to all of you is stop asking these kind of questions to a company and start giving them what exactly they want, rather than going around, because they come here for specific reason. They're willing to pay money because they can still find the same candidate in other job boards. So try to minimize your questions. I'm not saying don't question, as long as it is very, very important and it is something that is stopping you from from finding the best candidate. So does that make sense to all of us here? S will make me happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Sorry, I can't hear you. Okay, network issue. That's fine. You can go on mute. Let me complete it. So job description. Okay, many of the times what we have noticed, which is a very silly thing, is yeah, this is search jobs where you can search jobs in all UK, India. So you can filter. We are trying to, whatever you see is what we are trying to achieve globally. So basically, if you see China and there is no jobs, that means we are in the approach of talking to someone potential in China. Obviously, today, let's rather than stating China, let's say Malaysia. So that means that we are currently talking to someone in Malaysia, because we don't want it to go all the way to Malaysia, but we're trying to assign international partnerships. An established recruitment company who wants to launch a model like Recruiting Hub, that's what we are currently doing. And you can filter by countries, and the jobs status will be mentioned. I would always advise you to go by the job date. If you see a job that is like 2018, just ignore. Don't even ask about it, because there's no point. If it's not updated, it's not updated. It is what it is. And if you like to work on the job, so hit the engage button. No longer there is subscription, so you can simply go ahead and click the engage button. It will say, how many of you have read this? I'm not very sure, but I'm trying to bring it to your notice now. So our software is designed in a manner, because there's no subscription, there is no control on the best agencies. What happens is you request for an engagement, which goes as an engagement request to the company's dashboard, and they look up on your agency profile and approve. But if you have already worked on that client, because you don't know who the client is beforehand, and if you would like to uh, know if we are already on the preferred supplier list, the software will automatically find, because if they have already added on to the preferred supplier list. So once I click OK, then it will go to the engage jobs folder. Because it's on the preferred supplier list, it automatically displays the company name. And many a times what I have noticed is this is a different folder. Search jobs is different folder, engage jobs is a different folder. So what happened was most of the agencies called up on our landline setting, they clicked on the company name, they can't see the job description. So then we identified it is two different link. So this is a job link. This is the detail of the company. So for example, if I click on a engage button and it is landed in this page, but there is no company information mentioned here, that means I have to wait until the company approves. It means I am not on the preferred supplier list yet on the platform. So you can click on the job link to see the job profile, and also the company link to see the company profile. They are two different links. It is my bad. It looks like, because it is in the same color, everybody thinks that it is one link. It's not. It's two different links. Salary range, status, job type, sub user, which user is currently working on this requirement, and CV limit. So you can be rest assured that the company wants you to submit only 5. When I say 0 out of 5, it means your agency can submit 5 candidates. If there are 5 agents, and it means that they have allowed 20 agencies to request. So 21st agency will not be able to request for an engagement, because it's first come, first serve. So the sooner the better. So if you are on the platform, and also a news that I want to tell all of you now is basically we would be the only platform worldwide to launch an agency app. So what we're trying to do is by end of this year, there will be a notification sent out to you about the agency app. So what happens is you can download the app in your mobile. So as soon as a new job is posted, your app will be notified immediately. So you can accept or reject. So as soon as you accept, the company knows that like 10 agencies have started working on it. So we're trying to reduce the turnaround time between the company posting the job versus the agencies who are willing to work on the job. So that announcement will come very soon. So agency app is going to be a game changer for you and for us. So the app will help you engage faster. So first come, first serve. So if the agency limit is set by the company as 20, and we believe in transparency. So if you have uploaded 2 profiles, it will show us 2 out of 5. Like you can see, it's mostly 0 because it's a demo account. Agency limit is how many number of agencies engaged or approved by the company versus the number of agencies that are allowed to engage. So this information is published for you to understand your competition between you and the other agencies. And also the software is built in a manner where the duplicates are checked. For example, if you're trying to submit the same candidate already submitted by another agency for the same job, the software will stop you from submitting. How it is designed is the email ID and phone, basis on the email ID. So if you spoke to the same candidate and the candidate said, no, I have not got a call from other agency, because most of the candidates say that they will not, they don't want to tell you that they've been approached by another agency because they want the job. So most of the time they don't reveal the information, and you're trying to upload that candidate for the same job. So the software will match the job ID versus the candidate's email ID. That's how the software duplicate is checked. So you don't have to worry. Even if the candidate said that, yeah, go ahead and upload, and you're trying to upload, the software will stop you from uploading. And you know for a fact that this candidate is, then you can always call back and say, then they will say the answer will be yes. Somebody contacted like half an hour ago, 1 hour ago. But we do have the duplicate check in the software. Coming back to the engage jobs folder, you have options like submit candidate, message employer, disengage. Submit, you can message the employer, automatically take you to the messaging system where you can type the message and send the message directly to the company. Or if you're ready to, if you have been engaged, then you have an option called submit candidate. Click on submit candidate, it'll take you to the candidates all folder by default. So what happens is, first thing first, you have to keep adding profiles. So the more number of profiles you add and keep in your database, it's a ready reference for you to submit. For example, if you've uploaded like 100 candidates on your login, so they are ready reference. For example, some candidates would have called up your agency and said, hey, I'm looking for a job, can you help me? So there may be a lot of candidates calling all of you here, right? So if someone is approaching you for and you know they are a job seeker, you can add them and keep it here for ready reference. And as soon as you think that always you can go back to your candidates all and check for the candidates you have already added. Let me log into my other demo account, which will have some candidates added. Right. I'm going to candidates all. So if I can sell the same candidate to multiple companies for similar jobs, I'm sure you'll agree with me. So adding more candidates here are your ready reference. When there is a job that is matching the candidate, you can simply go ahead and upload them to the same job. So go against the candidate, click on submit job. I'm trying to submit it to a job that I have, okay, my demo company account has posted. It'll take you to a cover letter. Just type some cover letter information and submit. Okay, you have already submitted this candidate to the same job. Okay, candidates all. Just trying to submit it to my demo job, so it doesn't affect the company. Yeah, it's submitted. What happens next is, many people are confused. What has happened? The best way to check is go to candidates all and see the submission in candidates all or candidates awaiting feedback. So so as soon as you submit a candidate, it will land up in awaiting feedback folder. So you can always go to candidates and click on awaiting feedback to check if it has been submitted. If the status is not submitted and it stays new, then that means you have not submitted yet. So always ensure that you have submitted the candidates, because most of the times what we have noticed is they add the candidate and they fail to submit and think that they have submitted. So always double check using your awaiting feedback folder to ensure that it is in status is submitted. And going back to candidates, I'm now trying to show you the candidates folder. Add new, most important way to submit a candidate. This is a money making first step. So you're adding a candidate, putting your email ID, candidate's email ID, phone number, employer, title, total experience, salary, nationality, notice period, location, attach the CV, copy paste the CV. You are certifying that you have spoken to this candidate and adding the CV. Adding the CV is first layer. As soon as you add the CV, you are then required to submit the candidate to a engage job. So what happens is, as you add the CV, it'll prompt you to submit to engage job. It'll take you to the engage jobs folder, and there you click the job where you're trying to submit the candidate and click submit candidate. It'll take you to the cover letter page. Type the cover letter information. Most of the times you put the candidate name and submit. Then it is submitted. So all is where all the candidates that you have uploaded will be available for your ready reference. You can also download in Excel. I don't know how many of you have noticed. This will give you a snapshot of all the information about the candidate in an Excel sheet for your review. You can see how many profiles you have submitted, to which company, for what job, and what is the current status of that candidate's email ID, phone number. Everything is available for a ready reference, and what is the nationality of the candidate, etc. So coming back to candidates folder, supply candidates, awaiting feedback is where you have uploaded candidates. I hate this folder, to be honest. 4 years of running Recruiting Hub, we always work towards this awaiting feedback folder, ensure that companies are giving feedback. And you also get a notification for everything, every activity taken on the platform by the company. You get notification to your registered email ID. So that is where we're trying to fill the gap. And interviewing is where always keep checking interviewing. So you get a notification, obviously. So interviewing is where you submitted the candidates and they have currently been shortlisted, will move to interviewing folder. And interviewing folder is where you are probably trying to make money, because if they get selected in the interview and being offered, then it's business for you and for us. Coming back to candidates, next folder is offered. Offered is where you have candidates who are being offered and then they're yet to join. And candidates filled is where, congratulations, you have filled a candidate and you made money. So you can now see that it's time to invoice Recruiting Hub. We invoice the company, we wait for the payment to come. Mostly it doesn't come on time, but sometimes 60 days, sometimes 90 days, or we keep chasing them. So once we collect the money, you get the money after the candidate has completed the replacement guarantee period. Many people would ask, what is the replacement guarantee period for this company? Every job will carry the date. So you will get payment on the next day. Once we have confirmed with the candidate has completed 90 days. Nowadays, companies say we will finish the 90 days and pay you the next day. So because the current situation is so favorable to the company not to pay an agency until the candidate has completed 90 days. So we get payment only on the 90th day or 91st day in India, not the case in the UK. But so therefore you will have to wait and alongside us for we to collect the payment and then pay it to you on this split fee basis. So today the split fee is 70-30%. 70% is yours, 30% is ours. So this is where you make money and you're able to see. This is a, don't get worked up. This is a dummy profile. So we have not uploaded it for any job and we have not made money ourselves. So we'll not make money ourselves. We'll make money through you and we'll split that fee. So coming back to candidates, I think we've covered most of it. The most important is rejection. We don't want our candidates to get rejected, but for many reasons, many agencies have submitted CVs that are not matching, or if their candidate has failed in the interview, they type the reason for rejection and it is displayed here. So the good thing is now we have made it compulsory for the company to type the rejection and also prompt them to add as many information as possible for rejecting the candidate. So we know why it has been rejected and what they should do next. What if they should not repeat that mistake next time they work on the same position. Let me just take a quick pause. Yep. So rejected folder is where you have an access to all the candidates rejected and what stage they have rejected and what is the reason behind rejection. Coming back to candidates, I think we have completed the candidate section now. Messages. So messages is where you have an access to communication between you and the company. So all the information is published here. You can always go back to the messages and start, let's say, if you have put a photograph, you can see it is me. So you can always communicate with your company via the message. You're welcome to call our office only for any critical portions like the platform has an error, there's a problem in uploading, or any technical, any sort of, if a client is trying to take the candidate backdoor, they're not trying to give us a credit, welcome to call us. If you have submitted CV like 5 months ago, and now they're trying to take the candidate because we have a CV ownership period for 6 months. From the time of submission, we have ownership over the CV for 6 months. So if they are trying to take the candidate before 6 months and there is a discrepancy, call us. So we are always welcome to answer our agencies for critical reasons. But if you are going to call us and say, hey, I put a message to the company, they have not come back to us, we are already chasing them up. So you can be rest assured and by default ensure that our people are always chasing the company to reply to our agencies. And therefore, please avoid calling us for chasing feedbacks or telling us that they have not got a reply. We will do our bit, but you'll have to keep messaging them because notifications are anyways going and you can continue to message them for good reasons. Coming back, so messages has been covered now. Feedback rating. So if your agency is being liked by a company, they'll add you onto the, they will also rate you. You can also rate them, like how you rate the cab driver and the cab driver can rate the passenger. So you can rate the company and the company can rate you as well. So be cautious in rating company. Today, they may have behaved bad, but if you have given them a low rating and tomorrow it turns out to be you wanted their business, then it's difficult to go back. But I'm not saying don't give low rating, but for genuine reasons, yes. Because I've seen many agencies who are frustrated, who are unhappy with the company, always gives one rating and talk something that is not, that doesn't look good on the internet. So please make sure that today we may be angry, but tomorrow we want the business back. So, but do give genuine feedbacks. I would encourage you to give genuine feedbacks. And so is the case, we tell the employer also. We tell them to give fair ratings and fair description about the agency. So because everyone has family, we don't want to get our business affected. Coming back to feedback rating, we've covered it now. Preferred supplier list. This is a place where you can always be proud about if the company have added you onto the preferred supplier list. If for some reason the call gets disconnected, use the same link to join, and I will be waiting in the room. So, but if in case it disconnects before, so preferred supplier list is where you can have an access to companies that they have added you onto the preferred supplier list. You can always tell the market that you are working for this company. So what we at Recruiting Hub believe is, we are not promoting just Recruiting Hub here. We are promoting your agency and your brand. If you today you may be a freelancer or a small-time recruitment agency, eventually why we created Recruiting Hub is to help agencies grow as business, also as brand. So companies adding onto the preferred supplier list means you are brand as you can always tell the market that you are a preferred supplier list for this is companies, and help yourself market basis on this. Rec to rec, currently it is only, this option is only available for UK customers, but we are launching towards the end of this month open option for all the companies and agencies worldwide. Keeping in mind the COVID situation, there are many IT companies going burst or IT companies laying off people. So rather than they do that, they can use our platform to, this is an inside sales option available for IT companies. So inside sales team can upload the bench resources that can be exchanged between two companies, and agencies can help bridge the gap between these two companies using our rec to rec option. So rec to rec option for an agency is simply you can find bench resources from a company and help them get another contract. This is UK contract market is different to India contract market, but I'm specific to UK contract market. So they can bridge the gap between two companies as an agency and help them get the contract, and you can make commission out of it. So rec to rec is also free of cost. So this is an intention for IT companies that are either going burst or that are downsizing and laying off a lot of people. Our initiative to help companies retain their employees, make their bench resources billable. We don't know how far we're going to be successful, but do we have the provision? The answer is yes. So it's for a noble cause. We don't charge anything, and it's like data. Basically, a company can upload bench resources. Another company that may want the bench resources for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year can exchange these bench resources by signing an agreement themselves. We don't get involved in between. So it's just an introductory provision for two companies or an agency that can be between two companies to ensure the bench resources are billable and they have the job and they have their salary end of the month. Coming back, most important, this is my baby, because I worked in Naukri.com for 5 years. I've been in the internet space for recruitment, internet space for since 2006. So I always wanted to also connect candidates, help candidates get job. But the catch here is we are not Naukri or LinkedIn. We are not B2C medium. We're B2B medium, keeping our agencies as our center point. So the job site is an intention for candidates registering on our website will be given for free. There are candidates who come to our website and register. This database is given only to our recruitment agency. Many people may be thinking, will we also give this database to companies? The answer is simply no. I will log into one of the employer account to help you show what it is. Right, so I've logged into employer account. This is restricted to only B2B. They can only put the jobs for our agencies. They can receive candidates from agencies. They can message the agencies. They can do the feedback rating, add the preferred supplier list, and rec to rec. There is no job site available in a company account. So therefore you are clear that we don't give this database to the company. The objective is very simple. We wanted to connect a candidate with a company via the agency only. So this is, and we are the only platform worldwide having this option for our agencies. So like you can see in the diagram, our recruitment agencies are our center point. Candidate registering on our platform will be handpicked by our agency. So it's an initiative to help also candidates get job, For example, you are a recruitment agency on Recruiting Hub. There is no job available for you, but there is a candidate who wants it. But you need a candidate for the job that you're working for a direct client. You can still use our platform to search for that. We are not a great database like Naukri or Monster, but we will be eventually be, yes. So, and one way is you can search the database and you can also post a job. So the jobs that you're posting on our job site will get published here. Can you see? Hang on. Will get published on our job site, which is this. This is exclusive to our recruitment agencies only. So recruitment agencies and candidates can get connected via this job site. It works as same as Naukri.com or CV Library or Indeed, but the only difference between them and us is they connect B2C, a company or an agency with a candidate. We only connect a recruitment agency with the candidate. So the objective behind this is to strengthen our agencies. If you can't subscribe to Naukri, you can't pay money to put an advertisement in the job board, you use LinkedIn for free. However, you can also advertise those jobs on our platform. So if you get a candidate who has applied and you're taking them for free, we're not charging you anything. So if you have any jobs outside Recruiting Hub that you're currently working on, you're not getting the right candidate, use this also to see if you're getting candidates. And manage responses. This is a small applicant tracking software. You put a job and candidates apply. I've logged into, let me log into I'm going to show you how we use our own agency platform to recruit for Recruiting Hub. So if you come to the bottom of the page, we have our career section. So we also have an agency account that we use exclusive to hiring people for Recruiting Hub. So if you wanted to hire salespeople in Chennai, hire salespeople in Cambridge, where our UK office is, we use our own agency medium to publish our own job. So because we wanted to lead from the front, when I'm asking you, when I'm preaching you something, I have to follow the same. So what we do is we publish our own jobs that we hire for Recruiting Hub on our own agency login that gets published, and this link on our website on the homepage career section will land up in our agency. I talked about the dedicated URL, right? The agency dedicated URL. We just put that link on there, and then it comes here. So candidates people who want to work for Recruiting Hub can come visit here and view our jobs and apply. So application is the same as how you apply in a job board. Apply now. Either upload your CV or put your email ID password and upload. So work seamlessly. I've covered most of it. I will be open to answering any questions now. Yeah, hello. I can't, unfortunately, can't hear you properly.
This side, Hitesh. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, go on.
My question is, whenever sometimes we need to understand the detail, we need to validate with our client with respect to the sometimes a notice period, as as one company looking for a candidate who want to find candidate within 7 days, right? So somehow,
I'm sorry, it's actually not clear.
somehow,
Can others hear this properly?
are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, but can others hear you? Because I'll do one thing. I'll resend a link again. What I will suggest is go through that link. We'll reconnect again on the same session, or click on the same link to see if you're able to join again. I'm going to disconnect this call and call back again. Host another meeting.
I think it's a problem with everyone because I can hardly hear him.
I can hear you properly now.
Well, yeah, it is audible, means like audible and visible clearly. So I think means it can be a network issue.
Internet problem.
Correct. It is a network issue from the speaker side because we can hear you clearly. We can also see your screen.
Here I can means like it is clearly visible and audible at my end in Pune.
Right, and I'm sitting in Delhi, and I think it is very clear. You are perfectly audible.
This person, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I host the meeting again? We can join on the same link. If you are struggling to join the same link, you will also get an email, so you can click on the link and join, if that makes sense. or I will do one thing. I will schedule a meeting, or if we are done, we are done. What do you suggest?
What I was, this is Anirban from Delhi. I was suggesting was that uh, your network does not have any problems. I guess it was the speaker who was speaking. His network is an issue because we can hear you properly. We can see you properly. It's not a problem.
Okay, excellent. All right. So, I mean, what was the question? Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. I had actually sent you on a private chat. So you said that when in India the uh, companies are paying, for example, in a 90 days period after the guarantee
No,
period is
most of
over.
UK companies pay within 28 days, and
Oh,
replacement
okay.
period in the UK is 60 days. That's the answer.
Okay, UK is okay.
Yeah, and just quickly, there is a FAQ section on our website for employers for recruitment agencies. So basically, you can use this section. I think we have covered 90% of your questions on this section. But if there is anything that is
Okay.
not answered here, you can always call back on our landline. And I think overall perspective, have you got more information about using the platform now? And yes or no, or any feedbacks, welcome. Quickly from all.
The thing is like, last time I have like tried, but I couldn't find any contact number from India. It is like just UK contact number is mentioned. So it is like very much,
Yeah,
it's
very
like,
much on
yes.
our website. Yeah, can you see it from our website? It is there.
Hello.
Yeah, it is on our website. You can see it on our website. It's very much.
Indian number.
Yes, please. It's +91. Yeah, it is.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah. Any
So
other?
I did tried contacting, means it was post COVID, but I was not successful at that time. Anyways, means like I'll be saving this number.
Yeah. Only for anything that where we can help. That out of our control, we can't. But I'm just telling you for anything really critical, like what I said. A company is trying to take your candidate, or they have given you a duplicate for a reason which you think you have you wanted to challenge them. Yes, those things. Yes, because we always wanted to make money alongside you. And if there is a way we can, and
Is it
definitely we'll go
Manish?
back to the company.
Manish, very good evening. This side Hitesh from Mindset Consultant. I yesterday spoke with you
This
sir,
person
regarding the payment.
this problem.
So
Anybody
the
speaking?
payment
Whoever is
was
speaking now, I think you need to check.
less, but the actual amount is there. So is there any reason why it's specifically completed by you?
Whoever is speaking now has internet problem. So please, can you check your internet? Others are all perfect.
Okay. So
Yes.
next will be
You call us directly. That's fine. I'm towards
the next, the pending amount will come.
I'm sorry. I have a meeting at 12 o'clock. I've got another 10 minutes. However,
To 90 days of
overall,
that's the thing.
my question is, in general, I think, did you find it useful, the webinar? Have you got more inputs now to use the platform? Obviously, everybody's question will be, can we have more jobs? The answer is we are hiring more salespeople now, and we can afford it. And soon you will be able to see more jobs. And as there is new jobs on the platform, you will get notification if you have selected your specialization sector and you are in that country. So you will start getting notifications, and that much I can say now.
Well,
But
how is the business in India? Means like right now there are vacancy for India.
yes, there is. Yeah, you can see some new job came yesterday. Always log in back to your account. What you see is what you get, and if you don't see, you don't have it. So can filter the country from your search job section. What you see is what is available now. If there is no much jobs, that means we don't have. But
Okay,
as we
okay.
have more jobs, you will get notified.
Do you provide some portals for different countries, or like, yes, portal?
I just mentioned on the agency platform, you have a job site section. We don't provide other portals. We provide our own portal for free, which you can use to search for candidates or post your jobs to get candidates applied to you on our platform.
Yeah. It is means like clearly understandable. But yeah, I do wanted to ask is like, we are a recruitment agency, means like presently in India, but now yes, we are planning for overseas or abroad through recruiting hub. So yes, so is there any helpline means like helpline number or anyone is there means like initial support from your side for recruitment or like getting portals or like anything else?
No, we don't involve in getting you portals from outside recruiting hub. If you can see the screen, we have some country wise selection, but this
Okay.
is for free. For example, let me click Norway.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if there are any Norway. There are 2 Norway candidates. So this database is growing on a daily basis. We have a separate marketing team who are bringing traffic to our platform. So if you find candidates here, it is absolutely free of cost. But beyond this, we don't have an engagement with the CV library or career builder, dice. No.
Hello.
Yeah.
My question is that, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you a little bit now.
My question is that there's a few openings, right, in India with some companies. So whenever we have something to,
No, I think you have a serious problem with your network. I'm sorry, I have to leave the meeting now because I have to take a meeting. However, if there is any question unanswered, please do call us on our UK board line or India board line. We're happy to help. Thank you so much for all your time. I'm sure you found this webinar very useful. And please do use our job site. If you don't get business, you can use our job site also to see if you're able to get candidates. Both.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye-bye.